Alright, this video is a little bit different. Just wanted to take a look at the 2.4 liter GM Ecotech LE5 engine. I money shifted it at a instructional event and caused some issues with the head. But just wanted to show a couple things here that are really interesting to me. First off, I dropped a rocker on the number 2 and the number 3 cylinders. And as you can see in there, there's no damage from where the valve impacted the cylinder or the piston in any way. So I got really lucky there. This is an interference engine, but fortunately, due to the nature of the failure from my money shift from third to second, it just dropped a rocker. So it just essentially dropped one valve from each of these two cylinders, number 2 and number 3. Exhaust valves, the rocker arm there, and so that was the nature of the problem. But more importantly, one, let's take a look here at the head, and you can see where the rockers fell off. We have this rocker here that's missing, and this rocker here that's missing, and it's pretty obvious as soon as you look in here when you compare it to the other ones. Unfortunately, that seems to be the only issue. However, something else I want to point out, look at the difference between an engine with good maintenance, my race head here. You can see how clean everything is. There's no varnishing, there's no dark oil, there's no sludge, there's no stains, there's no issues with any of the camshafts or their journal bearings. But let's go look over here. Not at that, that's for another day. At this other Ecotech engine head that was not cared for, and you can look at this, the incredible amount of varnishing, the browning, the very, it looks yellow, almost rusty on this head. It's not rust, it's varnish from the oil because they were not keeping up with their oil change intervals. So this is a spare head that I have in case I ever need to rebuild anything from scratch. But I'll have to get rid of pretty much everything in here because the maintenance was not carried out at the appropriate intervals, and you can see some pretty serious varnishing in this head. So I don't think there's really going to be anything to save in it. It'll be for a full rebuild when I have to do a full rebuild on the engine. But other than that, I have to give huge props to the GM engineers for the way that they put this car together. It's extremely easy to work on. As you can see here, I have plenty of room to access the front timing cover. It just pops off right here. You can see this entire piece comes off super easy once you remove the radiator. There's not a lot to deal with. I don't even have it on jacks right now, and I'm still able to get in there and pull the head extremely easily and be able to go get it refreshed, cleaned up, skimmed, and put back in with some new rocker arms in there, so I'm not down, 10 or so horsepower or whatever it was that I was dealing with. So yeah, a little bit of a look at the garage today. That's what we're dealing with. That's the Solstice. That's the Serious Business GTR, but I can't afford to get it fixed. Sponsor me, please. And yeah, look at the garage. Have a good one.